making this video before I even release the second one. Let's go.
Yeah, that's my Maserati going ham. No salami, that's your chick. If I like it, then I'm straight. Boat garden in a club.
Hey guys, Alex or Afterbot here, and today we bring you part 3 of Power Scaling One Piece. YouTube channel going stale, but what can I say? I even made the thumbnail before recording this video, so Zoro is highlighted because this is his introduction to the story. We will be going over chapter 3 to 7 because it is the coherent story that brought Zoro to us. So without further ado, first up we have Kobe.
What, Afterpot? You already had him here last chapter. Surely there is someone weaker.
To that I say no. Kobe is still the weakest one. Let's move on. Really? Fine. He is the youngest character in the story, except for Kid Zoro and Kuina, and he doesn't really have any impressive feats. The only thing I can say is that he landed on a blow on Luffy. Granted, Luffy allowed it, and he allowed it to help progress Kobe's dream of becoming a Marine. He was also scared to death of the possibility of meeting Zoro in chapter 3. He was also shot in the shoulder. I'm going to put up Helmeppo here. Whilst Kobe is 16 as stated in the Viva card, Helmeppo is 20. And if a 20-year-old isn't able to beat a normal 16-year-old, I will be SMH my head. Oh my, why did I do that? Luffy was easily able to lift him up with one hand and carry him off, which led to him fainting. Next up we have Kid Zoro. At 10, he stated that he was able to defeat adults, which could put him easily above Helmeppo, as we kind of know that he's weak. Well, at least his figure is weak. And he was able to be dragged off by Luffy, so yeah. Just remember that it wasn't stated anywhere that Zoro used real swords or not. Yeah, I just killed the bug. Give me a sec. It wasn't stated if Zoro was using real swords when he was fighting the adults, but it was implied because he brought real swords in a rematch against Kuina. Which brings us to Kuina, who is up next. Kuina was 11 when she died, and we know that she would be 22 in the current story, as Oda stated, and we know that Zoro's age was 1 less than her, so we could say that he was 10 guaranteed. She was shown easily defeating Zoro twice, once with wooden swords and once with real swords, so that's where she stands. Axe Hand Morgan is feared by the people, as shown when Kobe mentioned his name, and they all fear him. Yeah. One of his punches sent his son Helmeppo flying, but didn't knock him out. And with his other hand being an axe, when he swings on a disobedient soldier, it instantly kills him. It was also shown using that same hand that he was able to slice a fence in half. Zoro, whilst being weakened from being tortured and starved for 9 days, was able to hold off 8 Marine soldiers' sword swings. Was shown easily killing Helmeppo's wolf with one swing, and he was able to cut down Morgan whilst he was off guard. But don't forget, he was also injured during that fight. Whilst he cut down Morgan, he was able to blitz him before Morgan was able to slash Luffy, which is still an impressive feat. And don't forget that he also had time to put the sword in his mouth before doing so. And he was also feared by the townspeople when Luffy mentioned his name. Luffy, like Kobe, is still at the same position. For speed, he was shown breaking out of a marine base fast enough to jump in front of speeding bullets, making him faster than the speed of sound. He was also able to defeat Axe-Hand Morgan and was able to knock down the same 8 marine soldiers that Zoro held off with one Gum Gum whip. Luffy states that the ropes would be easy to break, whilst Zoro needed Kobe and Luffy to help him untie them. He was also shown easily knocking down Helmeppo twice with unnamed attacks. And in chapter 7, he then proceeded to beat Kobe whilst holding back because of everything I mentioned with Kobe. There is an argument to be made that Zoro could be stronger than Luffy if he was healthy during this period. But we know that he's mostly injured during all of the pre-time skip as a theme. So right now I will give the edge to Luffy because he still is the captain of the crew, and it was stated in the Viva cards that he was the number 2 of the crew. So I don't know if it was for here or for the future. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.